Hello, this is Jenny Fern, and this whole month of July I'm posting a video every day. So I hope you enjoy that. Today's video is about how I've reframed my mind about dishes during this drought that we are currently experiencing in California, and I believe this is happening in other places on the West Coast as well. Through the lens of permaculture. So I've been interested in permaculture for maybe a year and a half, and I've been implementing it in different ways slowly in my life. And during this drought, I have been looking at doing the dishes as a way of obtaining the resource of wastewater. In the past, I've really struggled with, just having no joy in my heart about doing the dishes. It's one of the chores that I dislike the most, and I think part of that was because you don't get anything out of it besides clean dishes, and you have to do them so frequently. They're always getting dirty every day. And so I was able to take that view of things and tweak it a little bit just by using the wastewater for my garden. I know some of you might be concerned about the soap, using it with your plants. I have read an article that makes me feel better about it, basically saying that soapy water will be better for your plants during a drought than nothing. So I've used that as justification, and I am continuing to observe my plants to see if I notice any problems. But since I've started implementing this, I've seen nothing but benefit. The other concern might be the food debris in the water attracting pests, but it's kind of just like, food scraps, which will, turn into compost at some point. So I don't really have concerns about that either. I actually see that as a benefit, being able to fertilize my plants while I water them. So what I've decided to implement to save the wastewater and use it is just using this old Halloween bowl. This last Halloween, we were during pandemic times, and so we left out a big bowl of candy. We purchased this bowl because we didn't have anything that was appropriate to leave out for kids to take candy. And so I get to use this big, ridiculous plastic bowl to save the wastewater. So that's nice. Another option is to disconnect your sink, drain thing, the tubes, the pipes under your sink, and put a bucket directly under your sink. But I didn't want us to have an instance where we would forget about emptying the bucket and then accidentally overfill it, and just be more aware of how much water we have in the bucket by using this bowl to bucket method. And this has actually been working out very well. It also allows us, if for some reason we don't want the wastewater to go into the garden, we don't have to. It can just go down the drain to regular sewage or whatever, wastewater treatment, and that'll be fine. We've also been I've been using the bucket in the shower just to capture extra water, and I have been saving some urine to add as fertilizer to this dishwater. I know it seems a little bit gross to do that. I'd recommend you look up this kind of stuff on your own if you're wary of it or whatever. But it's something that I've decided to do so that I can increase the fertility of my garden over time. It's one of my goals this year, is to try to increase fertility. The drought threw me for a loop a little bit. This is the urine. I know, a little bit gross, but it also saves you a flush. So, you know, water conscious. Very, very hippy dippy. It's fine. So yeah, the drought kind of threw me this spring because I didn't realize it just wasn't going to rain for a whole month. That it would probably usually have been raining, and so some of my plans were delayed. I had not the big flush of growth that I was expecting, and it took me a while to come up with these plans for being able to get around that the water limitations that we had from our low rainfall this winter. So this is the side garden. I distribute the water to various different plants, and I don't go to the same plant like every day. So hopefully that, you know, even further dilutes the amount of soap that each plant receives. In the comments down below, I would really appreciate it if you can leave any tips that you have for, you know, dealing with the drought in the garden, any water saving tips, something like that. And as always, thank you for watching.